All right. Hi, Emily.
Hey,
Thanks for taking the time to talk with us today.
of course.
So, we just wanted to create a little video for anyone who might be interested in taking our 200. You just recently graduated during the pandemic. You were one of our early online class.
Yeah.
So yeah, you had a lot of options. There was a lot going on in the yoga world when you decided to sign up. What made you pick Three Sisters?
Yeah, I mean, it started because I knew somebody actually who went through the program. I knew somebody who was an alum of the program in 2019, and she just like had such awesome reviews of the program. And so I reached out to her. I was like, hey, I'm thinking of signing up. What do you think? And she was just like, go for it. It was amazing. And then, of course, I had my informational phone call with you, and you really emphasized like the community that Three Sisters Yoga really fosters, and that was really important to me because I've been doing yoga, I've been practicing yoga for about 2 years, but it feels very like anonymous in New York. You just kind of go into the studio, pop in, pop out. You don't really meet people, even though everyone's there doing the same thing. So I was really looking for a yoga community, and so that's why I chose Three Sisters.
That's a very cool way to put it. It is very anonymous, even though you're all like showing up. It doesn't. There's that bond isn't there in a lot of
Yeah,
studios.
it's this
Yeah.
weird thing where, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. When you're doing the intensive and you're together all day, it's a lot easier to foster those kind of bonds. Yeah.
Totally.
Awesome. Okay. And so it's an interesting thing. I often have students saying, I don't know what to expect. I don't know what's going to look like. Like basically fill me in, tell me what to expect. So from your experience going into it, whatever expectations you had, now that you're finished, how did that go? Were your expectations met, or was it something entirely different? How did you feel?
Well, I don't know if I even came in with expectations. I think I was just like really excited. I knew just from reading about Three Sisters that there was a strong emphasis on diversity and inclusion in yoga and just kind of having those conversations. So I was very pleased to see that that was kind of a priority within the like curriculum from like day one. So I think my expectations were met and exceeded, but it was just an awesome experience, I think.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I'm glad to hear they were. And that's actually, we did one yesterday as well with our student Mercedes, and she said she had no expectations. You guys came in
Well,
super yoga
especially
out already. Yeah.
on Zoom, it's like, how do you, what do you expect? How can you expect anything on Zoom? I think what I didn't expect and what I'm like even experiencing now in the 300 hours, like how good Jen is at like looking at you through the camera.
Mhm.
I think that's something that I wasn't expecting, but it's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that learning how to teach via Zoom has become a big part of our curriculum because it had to be, right? That was the scariest part in March of does this translate? And it really does. It really actually does. So that was a relief for us. Yeah, and like you said, in terms of building community and making friends, you and your classmate Emma both joined the 300 hour, the advanced teacher training.
Yes, we loved it so much. We didn't want to stop. So
Good.
yeah, we just had the first weekend of the 300 hour, and I mean, it was great. I mean, there are Three Sisters alum from other, cohorts, and so it's been nice.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome. The last thing I was wondering is just if there was a prospective student from Three Sisters or looking at Three Sisters, what advice would you give them? What would you tell them?
Hmm. What advice would I give them? Um, don't be afraid to feel weird. I think
Oh,
especially, I think in the 200 hour, everyone's a little bit nervous about teaching, and you and Jen are so great at kind of like dismantling that, but you still feel it, right? And I think now that I'm in the 300 hour where it was like day one, first weekend, practice teaching, like, the sooner you can just kind of shed that,
yeah.
just the more fun you're going to have, I think, because you spend less time kind of less mental space, like worried about that. And you're just kind of more engaged. So yeah, just don't be afraid to feel
That's
weird.
great advice. That's great advice just in general for life.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's awkward. It's going to be awkward and uncomfortable, and yeah, you're not going to be good at it at first. It takes
Exactly.
practice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I still get nervous teaching. That doesn't go away.
Yeah.
Like I said in class, though, it means you care. It's okay. It's all right to
Exactly.
care about something. Yeah. Well, that's great advice. Thank you. Is there anything else that I didn't ask that I didn't cover that you might want to say about your experience or just any impressions you had of Three Sisters?
Um, I think what's also really special about Three Sisters is how easily the things you learn can be kind of like applied off the mat on your in your life off the mat, right? Like just the time that you all take and that all the instructors take with their specific like topics. And I don't know, I just felt like I was thinking about yoga even when I wasn't in the class, and even just like standing like on the subway platform, I was like, what does Tadasana feel like right now? You know, how can I do that right now?
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I think that's something that if someone who does Three Sisters might also experience, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tadasana on the subway.
I remember that too, actually trying to like let go of the subway bars and be like, can I balance? I can balance. That was like part of my 200-hour, because I did mine at Three Sisters
Lift
as
the
well.
knees.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much. Hopefully that answers some questions for people out there who are thinking about it. And yeah, when we start doing testimonials for the 300, we'll bring you an MIM again.
Sounds great.
All right, great. Thank you. I'm going to stop recording now.